New at 11 tonight, major freight railroads and the U.S. Department of Transportation are teaming up for a series of safety initiatives across the country. Its major focus will be on the movement of crude oil. This has been a topic of debate in the capital region as the Port of Albany looks to handle more varieties of crude. The new safety initiative calls for increased track inspections, also updated braking systems, emergency response times, and a community relations aspect that is supposed to address specific concerns from people who live near the tracks. Our Craig Smith has a look at what's in the plan, plus reaction from a federal agency overseeing this sort of thing and from an opponent of expanded operations at Albany's South End. Craig?
Greg, this is a series of voluntary actions from a group that says it's planning for the possibility of large crude spills. Most of these actions apply to trains carrying 20 or more carloads of crude.
The runaway train that crashed last summer in Lake Megantic, Quebec, is only one example of rail disasters that strike fear into those whose homes are anywhere near the rails that carry crude oil, especially the product of hydrofracking in North Dakota. At a hearing a week and a half ago, some of them protested the New York DEC approval of a plan to heat crude oil in the Port of Albany.
What would happen if there is air contamination and an oil leak? We're trying to get DEC to change the negative declaration.
We are very vigilant about making sure that the facility, the major oil storage facility, is sound in terms of engineering.
Now comes the Association of American Railroads, the Federal Railroad Administration, and the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, saying it's their responsibility to ensure crude oil is transported safely. They promise to perform one more annual track inspection than is now required on main routes. Equipment that allows emergency braking from both ends of the train will be installed on those 20-car trains, and a rail corridor risk management system will be used to find the safest routes.
They say 20-car trains will go no faster than 40 miles per hour in 46 areas that are known as high-threat urban areas. Railroads have said they'll spend $5 million to train local first responders on how to handle emergencies involving crude oil. I asked Aaron Mayer what he thinks of this. He's the national director of the Sierra Club, and he was part of the demonstration on the 12th in Albany. He calls it an insult, says it's meaningless. He says these voluntary measures can't be enforced, and he says that training for local responders shows that these operations are like an unfunded mandate, where local fire departments will have to pick up the cost, the taxpayers will have to pay for cleaning up after a disaster. Craig Smith, CBS 6 News.